everyone, and welcome back to my channel and my craft space. My name is Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are going to be making a very easy gift card holder using the More Than Autumn stamp set and dies and a few other products. So this is my first video doing a tutorial, so bear with me, but I think it'll be fun. I'll show you some different options and then we'll make one together. So I'm going to go ahead and flip you around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here are my gift card holders. And as you can see, they all have a different theme or a different treat on them, but they have the same layout. So I'll tell you the products in just a minute, but this is the one with apple cider. So nothing's better than apple cider. And then you open up and it says, except maybe you. And then we have a little pocket here for our gift card. This would probably be really good with like a Starbucks gift card. I didn't have one. I had some older gift cards from random places. So you just slip it in there. And that's the apple cider. Well, they're all kind of fallish, but that one really reminds me of fall. I'll show you that one in a second. This is the same. This is going in the same direction, but I used the donuts and the same layout. And then except maybe you with the little gift card. And then this, it's the same measurements, but everything's flipped vertically. So Love You More Than Pumpkin Pie. And I actually made a little mistake on this one, but I just wanted to show you anyway, because we all make mistakes when we craft. But like I said, this is just turned vertically. You can slip a gift card in there, but I said, except maybe you, which doesn't make any sense. Love You More Than Pumpkin Pie, except maybe you. Okay. So I'm probably going to redo that and put maybe happy birthday inside. Sending this with a gift card for birthday would be super, super cute. So those are the samples of the gift card holder that we're going to make. And I want to show you the products I used to make those. So the stamp set is More Than Autumn. I showed this in my unboxing video. I love this stamp set. It is so cute. And I didn't even use the die cut wording just to make this more of a simple, easy to create gift card holder, but I'm looking forward to playing around with the die cuts. Let me show you. So this is the bundle here, More Than Autumn bundle, and it comes with these die cuts like cocoa, pumpkin, hot cocoa, pumpkin, apple, spice, season are some of the wordings. And then there's a nothing's better than, which we use the stamp of that sentiment on these gift cards. But here's the rest of the dies. Just, you can cut out your images. Really fun. Love that set. And then I use the textured notes dies. These are amazing and you can use them on pretty much any card. Like, they go with anything. And it's nice because the largest one is, I believe, 4 by 5 1/4, which is a perfect second layer for your card because the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's a nice layer for your cards. And I love the designs around the edges. So I used the, let's see, the 1, 2, 3, the 4th and 5th largest ones for our card today. So let's go ahead. Well, actually, there's a few more products. So I used a bunch of Stampin' Blends. I'm not going to pull all of those out, but for the coloring, I'll show you how I did that. But for the paper, I used the Timeless Plaid 6x6 Designer Series paper. Now, I've cut up a lot of this, so I don't have all of the patterns here, or at least they're not in order. But you get 12 2-page designs, and you get 4 of each. So you get quite a bit of paper in one pack, and I love this for fall, and especially too for masculine birthday cards. It's great. So that's the other main component of this card. We have the bundle More Than Autumn, the Timeless Plaid, Stampin' Blends, and the textured notes dies. So not a whole lot of product to use, which is nice because it's pretty simple and easy. It comes together easily. Okay, so for the base of our gift card holder, for this one, I thought we've done a lot of fall. We have a fun donut one. I thought we would do one that looks like a peppermint latte, and so more Christmassy. So I chose cherry cobbler, and for this piece, it is going to be 5 1/2 by 9 inches long. And then you're going to score it at 1 1/4, and then flip it around, and you're going to score at 5 1/2. And then we're going to go ahead and fold our card. So score at 1 1/4, flip it around, score at 5 1/2. So you'll have the base of the card will be 4 1/4. So we're going to fold this in. That's your side. You scored at 1 1/4. Then we're going to fold this side in, and it's going to overlap the smaller fold by a little bit. And you'll see how that looks in just a minute when we put everything together. You take your bone folder to just get a nice crisp fold. Okay. Now I'm just going to show you, we're not going to put it together yet, but I'm going to show you what the measurements are. For this piece, you're going to want 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. So that's going to go there. Yeah, let me double check. I'm pretty sure. Yes, 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. That's your first piece. And then for this paper, you just flip it over so you get something a little bit different, but that coordinates. And you're going to cut this at 1 by 5 1/4. And then that's going to go there and overlap a bit. And then the 4th largest and the 3rd largest textured note dies, I'm pretty sure. Make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Sorry, fourth largest, sorry, and 5th largest textured note dies. So there's our pieces. And then for our inside piece, which we're actually going to stamp on first, we're going to build this card. I usually make my cards, I put together the front first, and then I put the inside piece in with the sentiment. I put that in last. Usually that's just how I make cards. You can do it however you want. But for this card, because we are going to be gluing down our pocket for our gift card holder, or for our gift card, we're going to put the insert in first. So let's go ahead and stamp on the inside of our card. And we're going to do the same sentiments as we had. We're going to take our Memento Tuxedo Black ink. We're going to do the same sentiments as we did for the other cards. Let's see. I didn't put that on the block. I am very sorry. Let me put this on a block real quick. Let's see. We need Except Maybe You. I have the other stamps ready for the front, but I didn't do that. Like I said, this is my first video, and I will get better as I go along. But I'm just kind of taking you all along for the ride. Yeah, so there is a learning curve with all of this and with technology, which is always fun. So we have our Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad, and we're going to ink up the Except Maybe You. And let's see, get it nice and inked up. And I'm going to just stamp it there. And then we're going to take our Cherry Cobbler ink pad and the sprinkles, so cute. And I just like decorating it a bit. Okay, and then flip it around so it's kind of shadowing, and then you have your insert. Easy peasy. All right, let's set the inks aside. We'll be using, well, I'm going to keep that one open. Okay, so we have our inside done. Let's go ahead and stamp. While we have the ink pads out, let's stamp the front of the card. And I do have those stamps ready. We're going to use Nothing's Better Than. Let's see. Nothing's Better Than. We're going to do Peppermint. There isn't the word latte, which would have been cool. I would have used that too, but it's not in the stamp set. And you want to just take it. We're going to have our peppermint beverage on this side. It's going to be so cute. So we want to offset it and put this over to the right of the card, but kind of in the center. Okay, there's that. And then close that up. So we're done with the black. And now take our cherry cobbler and go in with the word peppermint. Okay. Just put that centered underneath, so it's pretty dark. Okay. Very cute. So we have the wording done for our card. I'm going to set this aside. And now I'm going to bring in these stamped images. Now, I like to stamp my images ahead of time, usually 5 to 10 minutes before I'm ready to color, just so the ink dries and I'm not, blending things together with black. It dries pretty quickly, but I like doing it ahead of time. So I did these ahead of time, and I usually like to do 2 of whatever I'm coloring, because if I mess up, I have another one to work on. I went ahead and stamped the Cool Whip topping with sprinkles. I did the Cool Whip topping in crumb cake and then the sprinkles in cherry cobbler. So let's color the cup together and our little decorations for our cup, and then I will cut those out and we will be ready to put our card together. It's very simple, so there's only a few steps. So let's go ahead and color. Now let's see, I'm just gonna do right. Okay, crumb cake for the sleeve, and for coloring you can really do it however you want. I like to do a little bit of shading with the dark, this is dark crumb cake. Some people are very good with these blends, and I love watching videos on it. I'm still learning, but I have a lot of fun with it. I love just coming down to my craft room and just coloring. So I took the dark crumb cake and kind of just made a shadow, and then I'm just going to go over with the light crumb cake, and as the name suggests, these are Stampin' Blends, and you just blend the darker color with the lighter color, and it gives it a nice shadowed look. A lot of people will also use the brush tip, and I tend to use the chisel tip a lot because it's easier to control it, and sometimes I like how the brush tip looks a little bit better than the chisel tip, but I also really don't like going outside the lines, and I tend to do that. So just keep going over little shadow parts. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just try to stay in the lines as best you can, and sometimes you won't. Okay, now we're going to take our, let's take dark cherry cobbler, and also open them not over your image, because sometimes they're juicy and they like to splatter, and that's not the look we're going for, although you could do that to have a splattered effect on your card, but with the brush tip, but that's not what we're doing for this card. So I'm just going over with the dark cherry cobbler, a little bit of an outline. I kind of got outside the lines with my crumb cake. Oh well. I'm gonna go over it with a cherry cobbler because I want our cup to be red, not brown. So just a little bit of shading. Okay, and then let's take our light cherry cobbler and just over what we just did. And really the light cherry cobbler is not that much lighter than the dark cherry cobbler. I don't see a huge difference. Usually there is one, but I'm going to show you a trick you can use with the color lifter, the Stampin' Blends color lifter. I also unboxed that the other day. I'm going to show you something you can do with it to give a more multi-dimensional look to, maybe something looks a little heavy, which I kind of think that this does look a little heavy. So we're going to take our color lifter, has the white cap, take the chiseled end, and what we're going to do is just go over our cherry cobbler, especially in the center of where we colored. And you can see it's kind of lightening up, which gives, we're going to do it over the crumb cake as well, just gives more dimension. I like how it looks, especially with these images. So it just lightens it up a little bit. And I think this was originally created to lift color that you maybe colored outside the lines, but I really like using it to lighten things up and add dimension. Very cool. Okay. All right, 2 more things to color, our little candy cane and our straw. So I'm going to take a light cherry cobbler, and I'm just going to do, and I stamped this on Very Vanilla. I didn't say that before. Our card base is cherry cobbler. The Textured Notes dies, one of the layers is cherry cobbler, and then Very Vanilla is the other color I used. And then for the straw, I'm just going to do the same thing. Going to color every other, and the Very Vanilla will look kind of mimicking the white in a candy cane and on that straw. Okay, I'm going to go cut these out, and then we will put our card together. Okay, so here we have our die cuts. This is just so cute. Our candy cane and our straw. And as you can see here with the straw, the die cut is longer than the straw image. I would just suggest making sure you leave an area down, like line it up at the top of your straw, because this is going to be covered up by the frosting or the Cool Whip. We're going to stick it behind there. Okay, let's go ahead and put our gift card holder together. And like I said before, we started with our insert, and we're going to put that down first. So take your Stampin' Seal. Make sure I don't have, okay, that should be fine. All right. And I'm also still getting the hang of the Stampin' Seal. I've used many types of glue for crafting. This is very sticky. It's very good glue, but there is a touch to it. And once you get the hang of it, it's not hard at all, but I'm still kind of learning that. So we're going to take this and just center it. Card here. Okay. And next we're going to take our pattern paper from the Timeless Plaid, our 1 by 5 1/4 inch strip, put a little bit of adhesive, okay, and we're going to put it, this is a little tricky. Okay. We're going to put it right here. Okay. All right, and now we are going to glue this 1 1/4 inch fold. We are going to glue that down so we make our little pocket for our gift card. And we're going to take our Tombow monoliquid glue, or whatever liquid glue you have. This stuff is very strong, and I like this gift card holder because you can just put it a little bit off the edge. You don't want to put glue right on the edge, just so if it kind of spreads, that it's not coming out of your flap when you glue it down. So put it a little off the edge and just a little line of glue. I like this gift card holder because there's plenty of space for the gift card. Sometimes with gift card layouts, there's very little room, and so it gets tricky with the glue. Now just fold it over and then spread out spread out your fingers, and then just hold it there for a few seconds and let the glue adhere to the card base. Okay, all right, that'll be good. Now we're going to do the front of our card, and we want to add glue to the side. Very sticky. Okay. But you want it to be really sticky, but you want to be careful because sometimes that can cause problems. Okay, and okay. I'm dealing with the light is right in front of my face, and so I can't look right over the card like I usually do. So that's pretty straight. That's good. Okay. Now let's take our 2 dies from the Textured Notes dies, Cherry Cobbler and Very Vanilla, and we are just first going to take our Stampin' Seal and glue this down to the Cherry Cobbler. And once again, I'm trying to get this on straight. I just can't look directly over. At a certain point, you almost go by just memory of, or like touch. I don't know if that makes sense. If you're a crafter, let me know if that makes sense. You can almost just feel where the paper should go. And thankfully, that's pretty straight. Okay, cool. All right, next, let's assemble our peppermint latte. And let's see. Let's just put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on the back of this. Just need a tiny bit. You could also use glue. And you're just going to set it down the top there. Okay, and now we're going to take a glue dot for our straw, and you're going to put it on the front of your straw at the very bottom. So then, let's see. Do we want on? Yeah, let's put it on the left side. So you can just stick it behind your I keep calling it frosting. It's Cool Whip. And you have your little straw. So cute. And then another glue dot on the back of your candy cane that we're going to put, let's see, put it at the top there. And actually, I'm going to put 2 glue dots. You might need to roll it up a little bit. You don't want your glue dot to show, so make sure you make it small enough. And then I'm going to just, let's see. Do we want that angled? We're just going to angle it a little bit. Yeah, a little angle. That's cute. Okay, and now let's put this piece on our card, and we're going to use Stampin' Dimensionals, and probably about 6, I would think. These are great, adding a little bit of interest to the card. And if you want to shop with me, I will either have put something up on the screen of how to shop with me, or there will definitely be a link in the description. If you want any of these products or anything else, I would love to have you as a customer and to earn your business. All right, let's put this on. Center it as straight as possible. Okay. Can you imagine getting this on your birthday? This would make me smile. Would love that. Okay, and we're just going to kind of angle that. We're also going to pop that up. So all the information to shop and also to my website. I'm just getting started as a demonstrator, and I just love the products. It's so much fun, and it's always been a hobby. It's been a hobby for a long time to make cards and to craft, and I've just been wanting something to do and to just share with other people. So I'm glad you guys are here. Also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I plan on uploading, my goal is to at least upload a video a week. So if you subscribe, you should be notified when I upload. Okay, let's put the last thing on our card, and we're just gonna angle this a little bit. Pop it there. Oh, how cute. Okay, and then I have an old Target gift card. This would be great for Christmas. This would be great for a birthday, even with these sentiments, even if it doesn't say happy birthday. It'd be a great birthday present. Okay, so nothing's better than peppermint. This might be my favorite one. I love the red and I love the candy cane. I don't eat sugar anymore. But if that was sugar-free, that looks divine. And then it opens up and you have your little gift card. You could put money in there if you wanted to. Also, I wanted to say, and I'll bring all of these back out. My mom and I used to sell cards on Etsy, and we don't do that anymore, but I'm going to be selling cards that I make for my blog or for YouTube on my website. So if you're somebody who used to buy cards from us and you still want to buy those, I will have some posted there. You can buy through the website, or if there's a special order you want, you can just let me know, and I can help you out. I would love to help make something that you love. So let me know what you think of these in the comments, and also if you make them, let me know. Yeah, and if you have any questions about any of the products or any of the measurements, I'll also have that listed on my blog, so go check that out. I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. So I hope you all are doing great, and I will see you next time. Bye.